Am I sorry for the mess? No! Alright. Hey guys, it's Meals Clogger, and it's blazing hot here in my hometown. So, yeah. I bought stuff. I borrowed stuff. And here I am to show it off. So, without further ado, let's get into it. So, first I'm going to start with the library books, and I have quite a lot because I'm a reviewer. I'm a procrastinator, and so when I got advanced reader copies, a majority of them came out around the same time or the same date, and so I decided to get a library copy of them so that way I don't have to physically buy it. And so I have at least like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have like around six copies that I borrowed. So. And I haven't started on any of them, so I need to do that this weekend. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. So the first book I have is Bruges Reborn by Zadora Cordova. And this is the second book within the Brooklyn Bruges series, or trilogy, and I can't really say much about the second one without spoiling the first one. So the first one is about this girl named Lula, and when it's her death day, she doesn't want her powers anymore, so she figured out the spell in order to reverse it, and the next thing you know, all hell breaks loose. And I fairly enjoyed. I didn't fairly enjoy. I love the first book, and I can't wait to get in the second book. And so, yeah, exciting stuff. And now I have to keep all this in order because this is all by page number, so I might start on Bruges Reborn fairly soon. I don't know. So there is that. The next book I have is Neanderthal Opens the Door to the Universe by Preston Norton. And I actually read the first 2 chapters and I was already like in love with it. And basically it's about a boy named Clifford, and he goes by Cliff, but at the school he has the nickname Neanderthal, and I know my hair's a wreck. Let's not talk about it. And this really big bully of his gets in like a near-death experience, and he sees God, and God gives him this list, and he must complete it with Clifford, and it just goes from there. It sounds like a really cute novel. The author is actually bisexual and genderqueer, which I read in his bio, and that kind of made me a little happy, so I'm fairly excited about this one. Woot! The next book is I'm Not Missing by Carrie Fountain, and this is about a girl named Miranda, and her mother just disappears out of the blue, and then what's it called? I'm trying to read the rest of this. And then Miranda goes to a shelter, makes friends with Sid, and then all of a sudden Sid goes missing. There we go. And Miranda is just like hopeless in a way, and all of a sudden Miranda finds Sid's phone, and she figures out that Sid has been getting mysterious messages from him, and so yeah, so there's that. I kind of went into this not knowing what this was about, but nonetheless I am excited on reading this, so there's that. The next book I have is The Future Will Be BS Free by Will McIntosh, and I felt like I heard this author before, and I haven't. I don't know why, but literally what caught my eye was not only the cover, but the description said, in a Putin-esque near future America. I told my mom about this, and she was like, wait, but aren't we like already living it? And I just laughed at her. So essentially what this is about well, what it says is that in a Putin-esque near future America, the gifted and talented high school has just been eliminated, and Sam and his friends have been using their unexpected free time to work on a tiny, undetectable, utterly reliable lie detector. Ooh. They're all in it for the money except Theo, who is like their visionary. Theo is creating a better world, a BS-free world where no one can lie, and they have to be honest. And they made a prototype. But Theo's dead. Yikes. So it's just basically about Sam, and he exposes just about everything. So this is kind of reminding me of like Mr. Robot kind of a thing with all like the technology, and then like he's just set out to eliminate everybody. So fairly enjoyable with that. The next book I have is The Brink of Darkness by Jeff Gills. I'm sorry. Funny thing is that I got The Edge of Everything as an advanced reader copy, and it was not the cover of this. It was actually like the very first edition before they came out with this one, and I didn't even know a second one was gonna come out. I don't know. I read the arc so long ago, and hopefully I remember somewhat of what goes on. If you don't know what the first one is about, then I'll tell you like what happens in this, because like if I say what this is about, then it's gonna spoil the first one. So essentially it's about a girl named Zoe and her brother, and then all of a sudden I think their mom went missing or something happened, and like they were going on a trail, and then they run into people, and then there's this guy named X, and X is like this non-human person, and yeah, so oh, and X is like this soul taker thing, and literally like on like the end pages it says one soul rises, and so I'm fairly excited for this. And since this is a big book, that means the font is somewhat tiny, and I don't like that. But the one thing I do like about this book is that like it's not like just on the end pages. Like I don't know if you can see this, like this, but like it's still on like the ends of the pages. So it's not just end pages, it's literally on like inside the page. Last library book I have is The Cheerleaders by Kara Thomas, and this is the author who wrote Little Monsters. And I actually found out this book through what's his name? I think his name is Brandon the Book Addict. I don't know, but he's the Asian that wears glasses. I'm sorry. But he really liked Little Monsters, and he's a big fan of mystery, and I can trust him with mystery. So essentially what happened is that there was a car accident, and 2 girls are dead via getting hit by a tree, and then all of a sudden more girls start getting murdered, and ironically they were all cheerleaders, I think. So it's about we follow Monica, and basically her sister died via suicide, and then 5 years later, they want to remember the cheerleaders. 5 years later, you want to remember the cheerleaders, unless if it's like the anniversary, then that makes sense. But Monica doesn't want to like relive it because then she's gonna get triggered by it, and so she like wants to forget about it like it never happened. And then all of a sudden, there are these letters on her stepdad's desk, which is weird. And it's a cell phone. Like a flip phone, probably. Whoa! I know, all these kids are so used to like freaking touchscreen stuff, but then when they see a flip phone, they get like, what? And so essentially it's a murder mystery, and Monica thinks that it's up to no good. I haven't read a murder mystery in quite a while. I haven't read, well, I lied, I have Gone Girl. But like, the last time, before I read Gone Girl, I read, Girl on a Train, and that was around Christmas. And I finished Gone Girl probably last month, and so, yeah, there's that. I have more books. These few I actually bought. So, Mom, if you're watching this, I'm sorry. So let's go in slight order. The first book I have is Bill of Rights Primer, a Citizen's Guidebook to American Bill of Rights by Akil Reen Amar and Lise Adams. And the reason why a lot of these books are going to be like somewhat political, and the only reason why I have it is because I want to get more into like a revolutionary history with like the political side and stuff, because I feel like a lot of it's going to like spawn off today because a lot of people are recalling like certain stuff, and I want to know so that way I can clap back with my facts and not fake news. So there is that. And plus, all the books that I got, except for the last two I'm gonna feature, were on clearance. If I can talk straight, so there's that. There's my Kindle. I was looking for you actually. Okay. The next book I have is The Constitution and Other Documents of the Founding Fathers, and this is in like this really pretty like Barnes and Noble, like this kind of thing. I don't know what like they call these editions, but I'm really excited. I don't know if I want to annotate in this because it's so pretty, but like I'll take notes on it if that makes any sense. So there is that. Oh, and if you don't know, I'm a history major, so all these books might come in handy one day, but the next two books I have, they coincide with each other. So the first book is called Events That Changed the World, the most influential, innovative, and inspirational minds behind the events that shaped our world, featuring Nelson Mandela, Winston Churchill, John F. Kennedy, Neil Armstrong, Gandhi, Emmeline Pankhurst, Albert Einstein, Rosa Parks, Stephen Hawking, Henry Ford, the Beatles, Franklin D. Roosevelt, Sir Edmund Hillary, and Roald Amundsen. I'm sorry. Don't you just love it when like your camera stops? Because I do too. Anyway, so people like me can find out the reason why they said that. And I actually got another one, and it is Speeches That Made History, and it features somewhat of the same people from the events, but it has like more authors. So it has like Virgil and Mohammed Gandhi, Barack Obama, Andy Warhol, Rosa Parks, Giuseppe Garibaldi, Charles Darwin, George Orwell, Hippocrates, not Hippocrates, Jesus, Oliver Cromwell, Rene Descartes, I think, I am sorry, Martin Luther, Albert Einstein, and Ben Franklin. And again, they're the same editions, both published by like the same people, and I really hope they have like more like other books like this, because I would be fairly interested in that. So those are the four like history, political books that I have. I have two more. I had to grab them. Books I have is Days of Blood and Starlight and Dreams of God and Monsters by Laini Taylor, and this is the second and third book within the Daughter of Smoke and Bone trilogy series, not including the prequel. I finished Daughter of Smoke and Bone fairly quickly, and I knew I was most likely going to finish this trilogy sometime this year, and so I wanted to prep myself, and I bought the other two books, also known as the only two copies that were there at the store. So yeah, fairly excited. If you don't know what the series is about, this is like a very a series or a trilogy that has been out for quite a while now, and basically it is about this girl named, is it Karoo? Yeah, and it's basically about this girl named Karoo, and she is like this servant for this guy named Brimstone, and she essentially just collects teeth for him, and then she gets sucked in through this other guy and named Akiva. There we go. And yeah, it's a Cassandra Clare of her time. Laini Taylor, like, her writing is just so whimsical, like, to listen to, and I'm excited to read her other stuff, and that's like the first Laini Taylor book I ever read, so fairly excited for that. Woo! Okay, I also got clothes, because my mom and I, we went Goodwilling today, so I am here to show you the clothes I'm not going to try them on because that's a lot of editing for me to do and I really don't want to do that. So the first shirt I have, I'm sorry if this is folded poorly, my mom and I didn't want a bag necessarily, and it's this, what is this? Watermelon button down, and this is from Old Navy, and of course Old Navy would have this kind of shirt. And I don't know, I really like weird prints when it comes to button down shirts, because now I'm like in the mood, because I would used to wear it where I would just unbutton it, or no, I will first wear it fully buttoned, and then I'll wear it unbuttoned with a tank top. Now I'm in the thing where like I button it up halfway, but then like I tie it, and I know that's really not appropriate for work, but if I'm out and about like in college or like in other stuff, I usually do that, and I show a little bit of skin because I'm scandalous. But nonetheless, really like this shirt, and this shirt was $4.99. And I like how it also says W for women. So there's that. Oh god, you would think working in retail would help your folded, but it really doesn't. What's this one? Ooh, okay, so this next shirt I have was actually $3.99, and I got this in the men's section. I took a lot of thrifters' advice and go in the men's section. So like the majority of these shirts are from the men's section because the men's section has some pretty great graphic tees. And I found a Bill Murray shirt. I lied, this is actually a women's shirt, but nonetheless, I literally told my mom, I'm like, my life is complete. I have a Bill Murray shirt. And again, this was like $3.99, so fairly happy about this, and I could probably like top knot it and everything, so there is that. And there goes my work folding again. Yay. Okay. Next I'm not gonna like fold this out entirely because like it's already like nicely folded. So next I have this dress, and it's originally from Target, but it was at Goodwill, and this was $4.99, and they had like 3 other dresses in different sizes, and all of them were like $6.99. One of them was $4.99, the one not being the one in my hand. And so I told the cash register lady, I was like, this is $6.99 and the other one is $4.99 when I went to go try the other one on. She was like, oh, okay, I'll just give it to you for $4.99. So I did. It's kind of like a knee length dress kind of a thing where it like just hits like your kneecap. So it's a great dress, not for performing. I learned that the hard way, but nonetheless, still a good dress. The next shirt I have, okay, the next 3 shirts I have, I got from the men's section, and I bless the men's section, and I'm now gonna shop in the men's section when I need a good graphic tee. Next one is $3.99, and it says, "Welcome to India, please don't tip the elephants." I don't know why this shirt just makes me laugh so hard, because like when I was telling my mom about it, I was like, so when they say like tip the elephant, does that mean like money? And she's like, no, it means like cow tipping. And I was like, oh, I still like to think money tipping's funnier, so there's that. Next shirt I have is a shirt I already have, but it's in like different colors. I got this for $4.99, and that is this Bazinga shirt. And the other shirt I have, it's starting to get small, and that's kind of making me really sad. And I wear that shirt pretty often too, and so I just wanted to get it because I knew they didn't sell it anymore. Okay, I think this is the last shirt. Oh no, this is not the last shirt. Okay. The next shirt I have is $4.99, and I got this also from the men's section. And again, whoever cleaned out this closet probably had to be the same person who had the India shirt. And it says, I have climbed up the Great Wall. And this is the front, and then on the back it has like the Chinese what's it called, words, and then it has the English translation of the Great Wall underneath. And I just thought that was super funny. And I looked at my mom and I was like, we should get this. She was like, you haven't climbed the Great Wall. And I'm like, I know, but it's still a cool shirt to have. And she was like, okay. And I was like, yippee. So there's that. And the last shirt. Oh my god, I have another shirt. I'm an idiot. Okay. So the next shirt I have is just a plain black shirt, and it's from the brand Montiu. And then it's a brand that is in like TJ Maxx and Marshalls. And it's just like this plain, like simple black one. Like a shirt I could wear in like crew, or if I'm performing for like my symphony and stuff. Nothing really special about it. It's just a black shirt. Nothing special. Okay, confirmed. And the last shirt I have is this really shirt. The last shirt I have is this really pretty like button down floral print shirt, and I don't know what drew me to it. It like I just love this shirt, and like I like this shirt quite a lot. So yeah, those are all of the clothes that I got from Goodwill, so, and all the books that I got from Barnes & Noble, and all the books that I got from my library. So be sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below what things have you recently hauled. And yeah, my plan is to edit the summer owl crate. It's gonna be a little thing that I have. Once I get the August owl crate, I think I might just combine the 3 owl crates together, because once I like start editing July and June, then I'm gonna get the update saying we shipped out the August owl crate, and then I'm just gonna be really mad on the inside. So yeah, sorry about that. And I should have book reviews up sometime soon. I don't know. I just have to dedicate a day where I film a lot of book reviews. And yeah, so be sure to like, subscribe, and comment down below what books you have. And my name is Gillian. I make videos honestly whenever I can. I say every Tuesday and Thursday now, but I don't follow that anymore, so I just try to make videos whenever I can. So shout out to the 2 subscribers I had, and then they left immediately after that, so sorry I didn't meet your standards. And yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye! Yes!
Dinner's ready.
Cool! And this the last